Hey, good Tuesday morning, YouTube. Here we go, 9:09 a.m. I'm back up, back to it on Tuesday. I woke up and I wasn't sure what day of the week it was because, man, yesterday was a long day. But anyway, I guess the first thing for today is to get the vlog edited for yesterday. Yeah, it's kind of strange to vlog about vlogging. Kind of strange to vlog about editing a vlog, but I guess that's what's going to happen. Well, as I thought there, that vlog yesterday was pretty long. I think mainly just owing to how much I actually got done, but if you look at the total raw clip length here, we are at 1 hour, 4 minutes, 24 seconds. Let's see how much I can edit that down and where I can end up with it. I'm not going to be doing a lot of editing on these vlogs, but I will do a little bit here. Okay, editing down the vlog quite a bit there. As you can see, I'm in 32 minutes, and as you can see, I say as you can see a lot. I don't know why that is exactly, but anyway, there is 54 minutes down from about where it was before, which was about an hour of raw footage, so it's good that I'm going to be able to cut that down a little bit there. Definitely will be finishing that up here in a minute. Let's get some coffee going. There you go, the vlog is done for today. The problem is I tend to watch through every clip in the vlog, so it did take me a little while to edit. Probably just under an hour. But anyway, 51:03 is the final. Guess I gotta get a quick change act going here and get out on the run. About 10 minutes, and just what dealer said. Windy out here today. 4 miles done at a pretty slow pace with dealer and the crew. This is the slow day. Tomorrow's the fast day. Yesterday was pretty quick, and for sure I need to get my wind jammers on this camera here later today. I still have a couple extras, but I removed them for a little while because I wasn't doing the vlog anymore. But anyway, I guess that's about it for the run, and I should probably stop vlogging before the wind takes over the microphones. Yep.
So you need to put your window on.
The driver.
Got some coffee back at the office, and I guess the plan first start out today is to grab some more items out of this tote. The problem is half of it is pretty musty, so I think the plan is to lay it on the table, right?
Yeah, put it out here and let it air out for a little while.
Yep, sounds good. Okay, there you go. I'll lay it on the table, we'll let that stuff de-must for a little while, and take this tote upstairs and get that going. Should be some real good stuff in here as usual. A lot of filters, but some other miscellaneous parts and things. I always got like these eBay questions here, like will this lens also fit on a Sony Pentax Spit-O-Matic? Gonna have to email the guy and tell him it probably won't fit a Spit-O-Matic, but I guess it won't fit the Spot-Matic either, which I assume is what he's saying. It's just kind of funny imagining a camera that's called the Spit-O-Matic. Just going through some questions right now, and then after that I'm going to have some lunch, probably get these items actually laid out and figure out what I'm going to do today, and then we are going shopping for some groceries as we do every Tuesday. So I don't know, the whole afternoon here is kind of just going to be getting stuff done, but not necessarily a lot of listing. Tonight is the listing time on Tuesdays, maybe late afternoon too, but we'll see. Have a couple other things I want to get done today. I actually just got the vlog up, but I actually have another channel, KS Cuber, which I do cubing videos on there. And I have not uploaded a video in like a month on there, which, I mean, I've been meaning to upload some for quite a while, 2,300 subscribers or whatever, and I have a bunch to edit and get up, so I will have to do that. Kind of rambling on and on again, but I have plenty to do this afternoon, so let's get into that. Not sure how much to be vlogging, but hopefully I can stick some stuff in there. It's definitely not going to be like a 50-minute vlog like yesterday. That was pretty crazy. There you go, kind of unconventional lunch, but chili with beets. Sounds pretty good. There are all the different filters that came out of that tote. Quite a few different ones here and quite a variety. We'll have to see if we have any rare ones in there later. For sure, this set right here is really interesting. If you can see right on there, it says Rolly Fless, which I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it, but R-O-L-L-E-I-F-L-E-S-E. And this is a really early macro filter set. Even stranger, the actual filters here, as you can see maybe, are actually brown in color, which is really odd for that type. I'm assuming this is actually for one of the first Rolly cameras, just because both of them are push-on, which the first ones were, so probably circa 1934 or so. Can't find any examples on eBay, but I did find a couple examples in Google Images, so it definitely does exist. I'm just going to have to see if I can find a pricing detail, otherwise I'll list it up high. Uh-oh, dealers buying cameras again. Of course, this one here is a pretty sure bet. We don't like to deal in digital cameras much, but this one turns on, you can test it. right there at the place. As you can see on the bottom there, it was $500. No, $5. So, haven't looked this one up yet, but if I had to bet, I'd say we'll probably sell this one for around 80, maybe even a little bit more. Pretty nice Nikon. Okay, so one other thing I haven't mentioned on the vlog thus far, which I mean it hasn't been going for that long, so it kind of makes sense, but also I run a cubing Instagram page, which has around 4,500 followers right now. So I have to take a cube photo a day or something like that. As you can see, there's the original, and then after some editing, which I'm actually going to do a little bit more editing on that, but it looks pretty good. I don't know, doesn't take me too long, and it's kind of fun. Definitely need to get some sort of GoPro set up, man. It's hard to actually vlog and drive. I don't think that really works, but it's got the cardboard place, and then on to shopping. There you go, shopping done. Dad and the kids have quite a bit more than this. Waiting for Dad and the other kids. Man, this van goes a ways back. Look all the way back there, and they can zoom in. Hey, this is Doug DeMiro here, and let's go over the quirks and features of the Chevy Express van. This button right here, I'm not sure what it does, but the little icon there, it shows a car skidding on the cold surface. Then also, we have this strange button that looks like a microwave. I'm pretty sure that actually defrosts the rear window. All in all, this van has so many quirks and features, I can't even cover them all in this video. Comes the rest of the crew, including BP, who is in the camera now. And the desk is looking messy once again. But anyway, back in the office, just about to eat some supper, but I decided to sort all these different filters. These are all the Rolly branded filters. All of these right here, and then there's some miscellaneous other filters over there, which I'll tackle after the Rolly branded ones. These are sorted by bay type. Over here we have one single Bay 3 filter, then all these here are Bay 2, and all these are Bay 1, and then these are pre-Bay 1, so 28.5 millimeter. Then we have a couple spare Rolly 35 filters. So I guess after supper, I'll be cleaning those, doing the preliminary clean, then the final clean, and then picturing and listing those. Let me do a count on those real quick and see how many I have. Well, by my count here, I have 43 filters, so that should be a pretty good listing night if I can get those all done. And hopefully around, I don't know, $2,000 or something too. I'd have to calculate that. Quick supper, good supper, and the flash flood is upon us. Apparently, out here in Kansas, we either get all or nothing as far as rain goes. And man, here it is. I guess we're gonna see how crazy it is, but some of them do get pretty crazy. I don't know, I've just been hearing warnings all day, so I guess everybody's preparing for it. Should be a good night for listing though. Okay, 10 p.m. and just got all those different things photoed. Oh man, I'm blurry. Okay, there we go, back in focus. Just finished the full cleaning and photos for all the filters there. Let me quickly import these. On Lightroom, the import is actually really easy. The weird thing is it does kind of, what do you call it, create a copy in Lightroom. So eventually you have to purge all those out of there unless you want to completely fill up your hard drive with all kinds of photos. Right now I think I'm at like 100 and some gigabytes. But anyway, let's just select those and import. So those should start importing here. But man, I just realized that, man, I have not really vlogged about a lot today. I don't have a lot that's really super vlog exciting and all that. It's not quite back in the swing of the whole vlog thing. I'm gonna have to figure that out. Maybe change that a little bit tomorrow. But I do have an idea. Let's go downstairs. I'm gonna show you the haul we picked up on Saturday at a garage sale in town. This probably isn't exactly our best buy ever, but it's kind of rare to find camera stuff in our local area. I thought we'd picked it all dry in years prior, but anyway, there's a little bit of it. I don't think dealer's shown this off yet, so let me go back here and take a look. As you can see, that is the main tote of high-end stuff out of this lot, as well as those. Basically, the way we did it here, they had a bunch of enlarging stuff. We asked if they had any cameras. The person there really had no idea, so we went and looked around a little bit. Farther back in the house, I saw this sticking out of a closet. That is a Canon F1N, otherwise known as Canon's highest end camera they made in around 1985. So when I saw that, oh man, I was super excited, which I mean, it's not a great thing to be all hyped up about buys, but we haven't had a Canon F1N in a couple years. They're just very, very uncommon, and to find one locally was very surprising. But as you can tell from these enlargers, this guy was obviously a pretty big photography enthusiast. He had some interesting shots. I guess I can show you some of those here in a minute. But let me quickly go through a few things we picked up here. Unfortunately, they're all in totes and boxes, so it is going to be kind of hard to sort out each individual item. But let's just take a quick overview here. First off, we paid right around $500 for all of this. So like I said, probably not the best buy ever. We're probably going to only like quadruple or quintuple our money after expenses and all that. So I mean, pretty decent, but we definitely gave him a pretty fair shot at the price and he had some idea what it was worth. But anyway, this is the kind of stuff that we're going to be making our money back on this. Not necessarily this exact thing, but things like this is going to be sealed / boxed enlarging accessories. We have some interesting enlarging lenses, we have lens boards, we have a whole ton of filters and miscellaneous things here, a whole bunch of filters in here, a whole bunch of books and larger things here, and some of which dealers listing, like that right there. And just some base high-end camera stuff. So that's basically the value in the lot. This stuff in here also is very, very interesting. Like I said, the Canon F1N, it's a camera we really don't get a lot of. It was their highest end, and I just really, really enjoy working with cameras like this. As you can see with the matte black body and everything else here, this is definitely a hobbyist camera too, which is a big differentiation. There's a big differentiation between a professionally used camera and a hobbyist body. As you can see, there's not a lot of wear on the edges, and just in general, not a lot of rolls of film have been shot through this thing. We have the original warranty paperwork, the original manual, everything. This guy's just a really serious hobbyist, and I think this camera body only, being that Canon guy and all that, we're going to ask $400 for this camera right here, so that covers the entire cost of the lot. I'm trying to think back exactly what we paid for all of this, but it was right around maybe $400. Remember saying when we left that lot that this was going to pay for the whole lot at around $400 to $450, so everything else after that's profit. Obviously that's a bit of a rounded number, but then we have some other good things here. Canon A1, those are really hot right now. We can get an easy 80 bucks for that. We have a Canon 70-210 lens and a Vivitar lens case here. That's an easy close to $100. Right here, we have the macro converter for a Vivitar Series 1 macro lens, which is right here. And that right there is going to be an easy $130. We have two Canon lenses down here, which are easy $60 each. And then this is probably the most interesting and best lens out of all these here, a Canon 28 to 85 millimeter. This is actually a lens I've never seen before, and it definitely is a little bit newer than most of the stuff we have here. As you can see, it has a can cap. I'm not sure why it's taped. I think his UV filter was just kind of on there, and you want to make sure the rings didn't move or something. I don't know exactly. It seems to be in good shape. Otherwise, we've tested it out already, and that should be a real solid 150, somewhere around there. Then, here are some of the enlarging lenses I saw. Fujinon ES enlarging lens. I have to look that one up still. I don't know exactly what that'll go for, but I'd say a minimum of probably $80, and it could be as much as $300. Some of those really go up. We have another Schneider lens right here, Componon 50mm 2.8. I don't remember exactly what these go for. It kind of depends on what condition they're in and what size of enlargements they can make. But if I had to bet, I'd say that one there is an easy $80, especially boxed like that. We also have a Minolta CE Rokkor X enlarger lens, which this is on one of the enlargers. I checked that. Even though this box is empty, it's just a lens bubble in there. And this is also going to be a big wild card. I haven't looked this one up yet, but I'd say it's a minimum of $100. I haven't seen a lot of Minolta enlarging lenses, and I bet there's a reason for that. They are pretty uncommon and likely pretty valuable. What we're going to do with the enlargers, we really have no outlet for them locally, and shipping these things is a pain in the butt. So usually there's a couple different options for these. Either we're going to sell just this enlarging head, we're going to move it from the stand, base, everything there, sell just the head, or we're going to part it out. So I'm going to have to figure that out, look that up, and do all that. But anyway, a little bit more of an overview than like a full everything's laid out haul, but that's something we picked up the last weekend, which is really interesting because in our small town, I mean, you really don't find a lot of camera stuff. We found a couple things in years past, but it's been a long while since we found anything of any significance in town here. We found a big camera lot a few years back and all that. So anyway, that was really, really cool. And there should be some interesting items and a good amount of profit in there. Okay, so there you go. There's my vlog filler for today. Hopefully you enjoy the kind of haul video thing. I didn't want to show that stuff off eventually because I'm not sure if dealer showed off on his vlog or not, maybe briefly, but just wanted to go into that briefly. We are definitely still buying, even though sometimes I think we probably shouldn't be, but I mean, you gotta buy stuff when it comes to you. Anyway, I guess the plan for the rest of the night here is just to finish up those filters. Let's get those listed up. Let's get near 50 items listed and turn today into a profitable day, even though it's sort of a recovery day from yesterday and all that. And also Tuesdays are usually the hardest day of the week to get a bunch listed because we have a lot of activities and things during the day, and I really only get a list at night. No further excuses, let's get listed, Wheeler. Okay, there you go, 163 photos edited and ready for listing up on eBay. all different sorts of filters here. I kind of organize them by bay size and then just kind of went along with the photos after cleaning. Should be pretty easy to list, and once I get these all listed, should be a pretty good number for today. So let's get right into that. Let me just want to show off briefly. Remember that lens hood I showed yesterday that was really badly beaten? Well, here it is now. I used a pliers and a microfiber cloth to gently straighten it out a little bit. It is definitely far from perfect, but it's much better than it was before. And I'm going to be listing this up here tonight for probably around like $30 to $35 or something like that. Somebody want to rework it or use it for parts. Just listing some stuff here, and this is where filter identification gets interesting. This is an Agfa Rolly filter right there, as you can see, and I couldn't find anything on this one, so I had to decide what type of filter it is. I looked up number 83, and I was able to find a comparable to confirm that this is the proper glass for this filter. But as you can see, this glass is very, very dark. Let me try and put it on the camera and see if it can even adjust. Looking around my office here, it definitely cannot adjust. Let's look about light source though. And there you go. You can get a bit of light to pass through it if you look straight at light source. So I had a couple different theories for this filter. First up, this might be a neutral density filter, which does reduce the amount of light, but I think the more possible answer is that it's an infrared filter, which I actually don't know the details of infrared photography, except that you can see different spectrums of light that aren't visible to the human eye, usually. So I decided to do this test just to confirm exactly what this is and how to describe it in the listing. I'm pretty positive it's an infrared filter. It's still hard to determine, but here are two photos that I took. One at 1/320th of a second, and one with the filter at 15 seconds. Same exact f-stop, same exact ISO number, which you don't know what that means, doesn't really matter. But basically, this filter reduces light by 12 stops, which is very, very significant. As you can probably tell through my camera here, all the adjusting I tried to do, it still could not see, except when pointing at a direct light source. As you can see in the example at 15 seconds through the filter, first of all, the cube is a little bit out of focus right in the middle there, but I believe it focused up there just from me having to hold it in front of the lens for 15 seconds. And secondly, it removed almost all color from the photo. You can tell that there's a little bit of color, but not really. I mean, this is almost a completely light purple image. Not quite black and white, but light purple. So that's pretty much how I identified that it's infrared filter, and I'll definitely be uploading these photos as examples to the listing to kind of show what it does exactly. In this case, sometimes I will and sometimes I won't shoot sample photos, but for this one, just because it's an oddball, I'm going to list it around $89.99. I wanted to make sure to show people what it's going to do for them. Okay, so going a little bit later tonight than I did yesterday night, mainly just because I started early yesterday. But anyway, just hit the 25th listing there. As you can see, the listings pile is starting to look fairly significant. Just kind of going through, looking up, listing each one of these filters after a little bit of minor cleaning to make sure they're 100% before sticking them in the bag, stick the label on there. But moving right along, and should be done with this stuff by hopefully around 1:30 or 1:45. Should be ending up right at like 48 or so listings, which I did route 50 stickers here. So it's easy, I might list a couple extra to get the 50, but either way, on the way, just about done here. Okay, and that is that. 2:35 a.m., a little bit later than I wanted to be up here, but as you can see, there are all the listings. Total of 44 listings. So, all in all, pretty happy with that output, especially coming off the day before there. And of course, for a Tuesday, I think my average listings in the week prior had been like 15 or 20 or something like that. So really, nose to the grindstone, getting it back, momentum, getting it going. Okay, so I guess that's about it for the vlog for today. I guess I forgot to mention here, $1,978 also on those 44 items. Anyway, thanks for watching the vlog today. Hope to be back again tomorrow with another one. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed, and also make sure to hit that little bell notification thing, otherwise you won't be notified of any vlog upload. I don't know what's up with YouTube these days. But anyway, that's about it. Wheeler out. Goodbye.